Hi guys, February 1st, 2017. Yeah, I've been trying to shoot this video. Well, I tried to shoot it a couple times on Saturday and it just didn't feel right. And so I held off and actually went to an ice skating party on Sunday, and I was planning on shooting it after the party and getting, having things happen. And I actually fell while skating, and I hurt my back, I hurt my neck, I smashed my head off of the ice. It was pretty bad. So I was laid out for about 2 days, couldn't go to work. And the point of this video is, as it's labeled, acceptance versus agreement. And when this came up, I had a client and one of the guys that I work with, one of the clients that I work with, he brought up a good point. I've been talking about acceptance, and I've been listening to Byron Katie's book, Loving What Is, and recommended it to a couple people. And it's all about the fact that we suffer not because of what happens. We suffer because of our thoughts about what happens. And Kyle Cease makes a good point and says, you have to think things are perfect before you can change them. And so looking at that, it really hit me. He brought up a point of, well, what if you pay a guy to do a service, or you pay a guy for, I think his example was a hot dog, and he gives you half a hot dog. You have to just accept that he gives you half a hot dog and be okay with it. And what I struggled with, the same thing, was my view of acceptance had always been, well, if I accept it, that means I'm okay with it. Which it does, but the difference between acceptance and agreement, which a lot of people are stuck thinking that if I accept something, that means I agree with it. You can be in acceptance. It's a state of being, acceptance, and looking at agreement, you have to be in agreement. You have to actually be in that state. It's not open. It's in your mind. Basically, agreement is they have to think the same way, or I have to. It's a do or die. It's an all or nothing. A this way, or I'm having trouble with it. That's where that dissociation comes from. Is the approach of having to be in agreement. You can accept something, and how that works differently is, okay, I paid this guy for a hot dog, I got half a hot dog. The agreement is, I don't agree with that, I'm angry, or I'm triggered, or I'm in a state of reaction because it doesn't agree with what I believe should have happened. It's a should have, and it's a judgment of what is, instead of just accepting, I got half of what I paid for. Okay, I understand that. Now I can respond and say, go back to the person, not with anger, not with hostility, not with judgment, and just say, this is what happened, this is what I paid for, how do we get it corrected? What could be in this situation, instead of it should be this way. Agreement causes it should be, and acceptance causes what could be. And so, as in my Facebook, my Facebook page, there's a quote that says, acceptance is what takes you from the suffering of what should be into the possibility of what could be. And so, acceptance is a state of being. It's acceptance. It's not, I'm not mad at my kids for leaving their socks on the floor. I'm upset because they are not in agreement with my belief of they shouldn't leave their socks on the floor. That's not their issue. They don't have an issue with leaving their socks on the floor because they do it. I have an issue in my head with the agreement between what should be and what is. So, just think about that, sit on it, be okay with the fact that you have trouble with it, or I have trouble with it, because that's when you start recognizing it, and then you can start being accepting of what is. Once you start accepting what is, all kinds of doors open, all kinds of things come to pass. Your being is in a better state. Your being is calmer. Your being is at peace when you start accepting. So you can accept without agreeing, but you can't agree without accepting. And so it's the difference. Agreement is all or nothing, and acceptance is it is what it is. So hopefully that clears it up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, would love to hear from you. Pass it along if it resonated with you. Share it, pay it forward. We're going to change the world one person at a time. Welcome to everybody on the Facebook page that's new, that signed up, doing a little promotion, little marketing, and so seeing some people are joining. So welcome, and I hope to hear from you. Talk to you soon.